A very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this press conference with Duanne Olivier.
Thank you, Spogazi. Duanne, it's good to have you back. You watched the first day of the first test and took part in the first day of the second test. If you had to analyze both days, what was the difference for the bowlers in terms of the intensity, discipline of the line and lengths? And what was the message from Boucher before the start of play for the bowlers?
First test, if you look at the first day, I don't think as a whole bowling unit, we pride ourselves on that. And I don't think we made them play as much as possible. We tried to do that today. And yes, we bowled him out for 200. If you want to be hypercritical, probably gave him 20 to 30 runs too many. But I think, the message was simple from Bouch. Let's just try and make them play more. Stick to our basics, stick to our processes. That makes us successful as a bowling unit. And I think, we can do that for longer. You will reap the rewards. I think at the end of the day, it's always, it's easy to say, yeah, we didn't bowl well the first test. It was it was guys' first games in a long while, and you don't look for excuses. But we have improved. We want to improve more. We don't settle for anything.
Someone with a T. How's it doing? Very well bowled. You spoke last month about you finding it quite a challenge to master the kind of floaty length that I think you were looking for, if I've understood you correctly. Is that why we saw today that your speeds were a little down on what we used to you bowling at, unless I'm imagining it? But the speed guns had you in the 120s for most of your bowling. Do you sacrifice a bit of pace in looking for this fuller length?
To be honest, I don't know what's going on with the speed gun, to be honest. I don't look at the speed gun to say, my pace is down. For me, I have good energies on the ball where I will know when I have or not. And sometimes, especially today, I didn't always get it right. Sometimes it was a bit floaty. And it's okay. Like, as a person, you try to improve. You try to look, you're trying to get better. And I'll do a bit of reflection. I already did, and there were certain patches was really good and certain patches wasn't that good on a personal note. And that's all those things, there's a second inning still to come, and that's where, for me as a player, try to do those things better. I've never looked at the speed gun to be honest, to see, okay, I'm hitting my straps or not. I think if you focus on other things, then what your actual job is, what you need to do for the team.
Dennis?
Duanne, just following up on that, did you, even though I heard what you said, but were there instances where you sort of focused more on control today? And can you still ramp it up? Do you feel there's still more in the tank left for you to sort of bowl even more quickly?
I think yes. To be honest, I think when I play, I think today it felt like like a new debut, if you can say that. So I was very nervous today, and for me, it's just trying to have good energies on the ball. To put the team in the best position, so we can make life easier for batters. And at the end of the day, I have, like everyone say, I have a different skill trying to bowl touch fuller. And I'm still trying to do that at good pace. So for me, I know when, if the ball comes out a bit floaty. I know that this morning was a couple of them where it was really full. And I always said, you're not always going to get it right. But, as a person and as me as a player, I always strive to be better. I always try to do better. So.
How's it going? How important it is for you guys to make sure that you do well in this series and win it, especially as we currently facing a lot of things in South Africa?
I think, we 1-0 down. That's a reality. And for us as a team, we don't look too far ahead. All our focus is on this test match. And, tomorrow's a new day. It's a batting day. And if we can bat big, it will put us in a good position. I think, if you look too far ahead, your focus is not where you need it to be. And I think, there's 3 test matches at the end of the day. And of course, you want to win the series, don't get me wrong. But I think most important focus, we as a team and everyone in a team focus on what's today, and tomorrow's a new day, and you take it from there. If you break your process down into smaller things, and it makes your life easier. I think if you look too far ahead, you can get distracted.
Razin, you can try again. Okay, we'll move on to Kanyiso.
Good evening, Duanne, and well bowled for today. Are you able to take us through the importance of Lungingidi's holding spell earlier this morning that set through the flatters in India's batting? And also, are you able to tell us why you only got to 11 overs today?
I don't know why he bowled 11 overs. I can't tell you that. But I think he was very unlucky not to get exceptionally well. And it's one of those days. It's one of those days where you bowl, as a cricketer would know, you bowl well and you don't get the rewards. And maybe on a different day, you might not feel as confident or bowl that well, and you get wickets. I think he's been bowling well. At the first test match, he bowled superbly, and he just continue doing that. So there's a second innings, and maybe he will get the rewards in the second innings where it matters the most.
Okay.
Thanks, Duanne. Well bowled. You've mentioned being nervous at the start, and I think in general the bowling maybe wasn't that great in the first hour. But how nice is it for you to be in a sort of 4-strong, fast bowling attack? And how important were those maidens that Lungi strung together, and then also Marco Jansen as well, a young guy doing very well today?
If we look at it, let's look at the first hour. Yes, we get the rewards that we wanted, but we made them play more. We risk a little bit, and when Marco and Lungs came on, they did a superb job and just created that extra pressure. And I think we've done that the whole day as a whole bowling unit. There's always obviously certain areas where we want to improve as a bowling unit. Especially them getting at the end a couple of runs more than we wanted them to get. But those are things that we can improve on. And I think as a whole bowling unit, it's been a good day. If from the start, if the guys tell us, we take 200 and then that's us for the day, we would have taken it any day. But as a team, we always want to improve you as a person, as we always strive to be better. So.
Hi, Duanne. John, I'm just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about this pitch. You've obviously been playing here through the season. Was it any similar or different to the domestic games, and what do you expect from it going forward?
I think it was a bit different. There was not as much grass on, but for the domestic games, there's quite a bit of grass, a bit soft. But I think it's just a general Wanderers Wicket. I think it will speed up every day it goes on. It was extremely hot today, and I assume the weather will be good for the next couple of days. So it's a typical Wanderers Wicket. Probably normally on day one it's a bit more grass on, but I think at the end of the day, we as a team, we just try to put ourselves in a good position to win this game.
And finally, Nathan.
Thank you, Sips. Dewey, we know that every member in the squad has a role to play, and Keshe again hasn't done much with ball in hand. I'm gonna add on to Ferdoza's question. In terms of spin, do you suggest the bowling is spin friendly? You've played there on many occasions. I'm sure you can provide us with a decent opinion. Would you have gone with an extra batsman, knowing in the first test that batting was a problem for the side? And obviously,
luckily, I'm not captain. But at the end of the day, Kesh is going to play an important role second innings. Yes, he didn't bowl much today, but at the end of the day, the wicket can deteriorate and might spin the second innings. And then, let's say, for example, you didn't play a spinner, and then, you guys would ask, why didn't you play a spinner? So I think everyone in the team has an important role to play on whatever day it comes in. And I think, we're going to need Kesh. Yes or no, I think he bowled probably 1 over today. By the second innings, he might bowl 20 overs. You never know. So I think it's just understanding each other's roles. And, as a whole bowling unit, we complement one another, and as a team as well. So everyone understands what they need to get done.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.